Hey, what's up, guys? So in my last video I did the 3.5-inch dash install, and now I want to upgrade this thing to version 4 software. So as in front of you can see, like, the Holley website here. It's their E5 page. It's holley.com/support/resources, and you want to click on the fuel injection tab. And what I'm looking for is the this version 4 software. So I'm going to download that version 4 software, and in that little 3.5 controller there's an SD card, and I'm going to copy it over to that folder. So let me find this firmware. And yeah, as you can see, the cool thing is the touchscreen I bought actually came with the latest version already on it. So it's already, there's a bunch of folders inside this card, and I'll show you that in a couple seconds. But you can also do this with a laptop, and that's how I did it last time, because you couldn't do this from the handheld controller before, like the little cheap one. So the cool thing about that 3.5 dash is you can upgrade that its own firmware. The dash firmware, you can also upgrade the ECU firmware. So also a note, if you're coming from version 2 software and version 3 software, in the previous versions they actually had a thing called a global global catalog folder, and it was actually multiple individual files that actually made up the tune in actually a folder. Whereas the new version 4 software, it's all stored in a file, one file, which I like, is way better because you can send files to people. And you know, my background is coming from Megasquirt, and you know, with Megasquirt, all stored in one file. So I definitely prefer one file. So I think they went in the right direction in version 4 software. So yeah, as you can see in my other videos, I've done a lot of Megasquirt stuff. And okay, so I'm going to download this firmware, copy it over to the SD card, and move it over to my controller. I might have to recreate this tune from scratch, but there is actually, I've already saved the tune, but there actually is a converter. If you install the version 4 software, which I already have, there's a file in the actual folder called the converter, the version 4 converter, and that will convert a previous, tune, version 2, 3, to the, it will convert a global catalog folder into a global catalog file. And that's what you need. So, all right, let's get this going. All right, cool. Guys, back here, and yeah, it's weird. The actual the firmware file, when you install the EFI software, the Windows version of it, it puts it into the your documents folder. There's another Holley folder in your documents folder, and that's actually where the firmware is stored. But let me switch this over here to this screen. I have actually 4 screens up here, if you're wondering. I'm an IT guy. I have tons of freaking screens. All right. So this is the actual SD card right here, and the folder is EFI firmware. It is. So it's under firmware. There it is. So it's under Holley in your documents, whatever your local profile, Windows profile is. And then I'm going to go back to, I hope you can see this. I'm going to go back to this SD card, go into the Holley folder, and it should be right here. I'm going to put it here, and I'm also going to put it here just in case. I'm not sure which folder. I'm assuming it's going to be in this version 4 folder, firmware, because this is actually where I store the firmware for the dash controller. So this is the SD card that came with the little 3.5 display that I have. I mean, it'd be nice to. I mean, I don't run I don't run boost, or I don't have a turbocharger or supercharger. So I spend 99% of my time in closed loop. So yeah, I want this thing to be reliable because it's an off-roading truck, and I don't want to go crazy with the tune. Yeah, I have other street cars with the Megasquirts that I go crazy with. So it's not. It's just when you're way up in the mountains, yeah, you don't want something that's unreliable. I just want closed loop, and plus because when it's in closed loop, it will compensate for the barometric correction, because I'm going up high in the mountains, so it will actually modify the tune. That's another reason why I keep it in closed loop. So I'm actually not running like crazy rich when I go up there. Okay, so I need to put it there. All right, let's see here. So I have the file over. I'm going to go over to my truck and gonna hook it up to like a small trickle charger, because I mean obviously I don't want this thing to, if this thing gets screwed up during the firmware flash, you could brick your ECU and you have to send it back to Holley. So like with any kind of computer component, you know, Windows BIOS update, or I mean motherboard BIOS update, or any sort of firmware update on any type of device, if you lose power while you're doing the firmware update, it's usually it ruins the device. So alright, cool. Alright, okay, cool, I'm gonna try that. So I'll come back. I have these things copied out of the file, and next step is to go back over to the 3.5 display and upgrade this. So I might start, well, I'll tell you when I get to that point where we go. Here we are. So I don't know if I can do this at the same time. I'm going to put the SD card back in the, it's on the side here. There's a little slot on the side of the controller. I'm going to put the SD card back in there. Give me a second. Alright, SD card is back in. And yeah, this wire bugs me already. I have to fix that. Okay, I'm going to turn this bad boy on. I have it connected to a small charger out there just to make sure I have a right kind of voltage, and I want to go to file. I mean, this would be cool if this works. I don't really care about the tune so much. I can start from scratch. ECU update. Hopefully this finds the new file I just copied over. Yep. Yep, that's it. Okay. Go okay. Alright, there it goes. Hopefully this doesn't get fucked up. Yeah, normally I do this for my laptop, so this is the first time I've ever done it from actually a handheld, so waiting for BAM. And then once I'm done with this, I have to... There it goes. What's weird is it's actually a tiny file. It's not even a megabyte, so... That's weird. So hopefully... It's going. Hopefully this will... Yeah, this is actually where you do not want to turn the power off in the car, because, you know, if you turn the power off now, this thing is ruined. You have to send it back to Holley. Then they have to manually actually program the EEPROM, or whatever, it's a flash chip. So, there it goes. It's going, going, going. Now, once I'm done with this, I have to upgrade the flash on the handheld to communicate with this version 4. I'm assuming this car is not going to start. Like, I don't think this thing is going to convert my global catalog folder into a file, but you never know. And this thing, oh, looks like EC from upgrade okay. Reconnect this device. So normally, like with any of the device, you would want to... Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Because it's like any sort of like a BIOS update on a computer, motherboard, or you want to reset it, reboot the device, the new firmware. Could be wrong, and it's kind of giving me a warning about saying the firmware on this handheld is not compatible with the version 4 software. So I'm going to go back to File, and local setup. Let's try local options. Oh, I guess that's not it. Where's it at? Okay, upward firmware device. And I want to choose 4.9. That's the latest one. Yeah, the 4.0.29 actually came with the device. So. And that's actually the one that was actually on the website, which is older, so. Okay. Yeah, I guess right now at this point I'm just curious if this thing will convert my my old version 2 global catalog folder and convert it into a global catalog file. Okay. So that thing's gonna reboot. Flash update here. guess it's kind of a long video now because I'm doing this. But that's actually pretty cool that you can upgrade it right from the actual handheld. I don't have to sit there and hook my laptop up. Yeah, I like how fast this thing boots up. That's great. I mean, it's like to be used as like a dashboard. But I'm just still wondering, like, what. Okay, it says reboot device. Ah, there we go. No more warning. So it says version 4. Yeah, and I have like all the extra options. I wonder if my file is totally gone here. Let's see if I can do the wizard. Like before, I don't know. Like I said, this is the Terminator, so let's try the. Ah, fuck. Yeah. So in version 2, they actually had the Terminator set up. So, I'm gonna go back to my computer and convert the file over from version 2 to version 4, and then load it here and back. So the other option I had, the wizard, I could do like the Holley, like a freaking I could create the configuration files. But all right, cool. So this is how you that's how I updated version 4. So the next thing I got to do now is convert the tune over, and maybe I'll do that in our video, or just I got to figure it out first. But all right, cool. So at this point, because I don't have a file on there, the computer, it's the global configuration folder is not compatible. Version 2 and version 3 software aren't compatible with version 4. Holley actually has this thing called a converter here, and hope you guys can see this, because I know this camera kind of sucks. Let me bring this over here. So when I run that program, it brings up this little folder. I don't know, maybe this a little bit. And I'm going to choose, the source directory is going to be the SD card of this folder right here, Holley, and it's previous version. So I'm going to go to save that, choose it. Before I even did this upgrade, I actually saved the configuration, my version 2. That is the source, and the output is going to be, I'm assuming, following convention. I guess we'll try there, see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens here. And I don't know if we need to do that or not. Looks like it's running. This is running Windows 10, by the way, so we will see. Hopefully this doesn't take a long time. Or it didn't crash, you never know. I guess I can always go back here and confirm. This is the directory. I saved it there. I don't see it in there yet. The wizard. Yes, the wizards. I need to get the wizard files from probably Holley, because I can't, like, in case this thing ever gets corrupted while I'm driving it, I need to be able to actually have a wizard where I can recreate these configuration files. I mean, I don't know, it didn't generate any freaking files, and let's try that again, see what happens. Run. Okay, there we go. So I guess I had to check this convert ICFs. Okay. So it looks like trying to. So it looks like it generated a new file to D. Let's see what's in there now. Huh. Well, I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm doing something. Chris said starting conversion or conversion complete. Well, I don't know if I did something correct or not, but I guess I'll see if I can load my config and see if I can get it going again. All right, cool. This freaking the converter thing just wasn't working right. I don't know what the deal is. So what I did is I copied over the file, the SD card file over to my computer, the desktop, and then I opened the file. Yeah, I mean in the system, and it looks like it automatically converted it over. So because I can tell these are my parameters. It's a Ford V8 with a TFI. Distributor. So one thing is, with any, I mean, I haven't fired the engine up yet because, dude, the worst thing you could do is fire up the engine. If your timing's not right or your fuel injection's not right, it could jack up your engine. So I'm assuming what I'm going to do now is do a save as and save the global file as. Hopefully it will give me a converter thing. Just, I don't know. All right, well, I'm gonna figure it out and I'll get back to you guys. I need to figure out a way to get this file, because now it seems like it's in version 4, so it's been converted. I need to find a way to get the file off this. This software is running on my desktop. I do actually have a tablet that I can connect to my ECU if I want to do that, but I'm trying to find a way to do this from that little handheld computer. So I'm gonna try to save this global file to that little SD card and then load that to the system. So. And then verify all the parameters are correct and then fire it up. All right, cool. I had to save the file first before I did it. Hopefully you can see, I'll see that. Okay, so I'm gonna do a, hopefully you can see that portion of it. Okay, I think you can. All right, so I'm gonna do a save the file as, and I'm gonna hit the drop down box here and I'm gonna choose the SD card. Where the hell that's at? There it is. And I'm going to save it in the version 4 folder. Saved. I'm going to name this thing Bronco Terminator. This is going to be my base file, my first configuration I've saved. And I'm going to go back to there. Double check that it's there and see what's up. All right, cool. Then I'm gonna copy this over to my SD card and go back and see if I can load it on the ECU. All right, cool. Thanks. All right, so I just fired it back up. File, ECU globals, and that's the Terminator. I'm gonna choose upload to ECU. Yes. And I can hear my fuel pump going. And turn off ignition for 4 seconds. I guess we'll see. Alright. Back. I can hear my fuel pump running. Okay. Now I want to verify, I guess basic, spark, 20 degrees, that seems about right. I guess what I'm looking for, maybe a setup. I want to verify this is the, not fuel learn, I guess. 43 PSI. That's TDI blend. Okay, well. Okay, I guess what I'm looking for is, I'm pretty much sure this is right. Okay, that's what I wanted to see right there. Okay, so I know the file's correct. It's a global file, Terminator. Yeah, I'm still figuring this thing out, so I just got it yesterday, so. Ford TFI, that's what I want to know. I want to make sure it's the right spark. So I guess we'll try it. Hopefully this doesn't get fucked up. Huh. For some reason, this thing did not fire up. Well, I guess I'm going to have to figure this out. So, yeah, I guess this is not a... I might have to hook that laptop up, my tablet, and figure it out, but I'll have to verify that everything's correct, you know, at least all my fuel injectors are correct. Alright, cool. I got this thing to fire up. What I'm kind of wondering here is I'm getting this throttle body air, read air. I mean, obviously, I'm not controlling, HP ECUs can't control transmissions, so that's not a big deal. Throttle, I mean, I should probably think would be Terminator, but I'm guessing 55200 is the part number for Terminator. So, but it's running. The reason why it would fire up is because I didn't have my. I had to reset my throttle position sensor, the TPS. So. Yeah, we're running on version 4 software. So let's see, monitor, multi-gauge sensors. I mean, it's running smoothly. Ignition timing's going. I mean, my battery needs a kind of charge here, but fucking A, man, got it going. Yeah, this sticky tape is gonna be stupid on that 3.5. I have to probably screw that in to make it permanent because it's gonna come out for sure. When I'm off-roading, but so yeah, I could have easily probably just hooked this up to my tablet and done this, but I wanted to be more familiar with this controller, so I can do everything from right here. So cool. All right, let me know if you have any questions.